All right, we are being told the Enforcement Directorate raids are on a minister of the Delhi government. The ED team has reached the residence of Raaj Kumar Anand. He's the Social Welfare Minister in Delhi government. ED search continues at the minister's official residence in Civil Lines. That's a big news coming in. This is, remember, on the day when Arvind Kejriwal, who's the national convener of AAP, who's the Delhi Chief Minister, is being summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. These are the latest visuals on your screen from the residence in Civil Lines in central Delhi. This is the ED search that continues. Another minister, Raaj Kumar Anand, is an MLA Social Welfare Minister in Delhi government, and his house is currently being raided. So it's not a good day, it's looking like, for the Aam Aadmi Party. We'll try and get you details on that. Our colleagues are on the ground to help us understand what exactly is happening. But this is a big update that we are bringing to you, that the Enforcement Directorate has raided, is currently there too at one of the Delhi government ministers. Shreya Chatterjee is joining me on the phone line. Shreya, that's a big news, and on a day when Kejriwal is being summoned. Why possibly? What is the reason? And since when has the ED team been there at the minister's residence?
Well, Pooja, you know what we're learning right now, that there is a raid that is currently under its way at the residence of Raaj Kumar Anand by the Enforcement.
Shreya, if you can hear me, yes, go ahead. All right, we'll try and get that line back on with Shreya Chatterjee. But that's the big news coming in, that Raaj Kumar Anand, Social Welfare Minister of Delhi government, his residence is where the Enforcement Directorate team is currently on. Now, there is no clarity here. This does not look like that it's connected to the liquor policy. He's a Social Welfare Minister, but we'll try and continue to get you details. All right, this is the search that's on the day that Kejriwal has also been summoned by the ED. Now, remember who are currently one of the senior leaders or who've been very close to Arvind Kejriwal who are managing the work. Many of the portfolios had to be shared. For example, Saurabh Bhardwaj, Atishi, the two who Arvind Kejriwal trusts in the government and have shared portfolios. And then there is Raaj Kumar Anand too, who's the Social Welfare Minister in Delhi government. But what is the reason that the Enforcement Directorate team is at his residence this morning, while the Aam Aadmi Party was also planning a show of strength? Shreya now continues to be with us. Shreya, go ahead. Since when is the ED team there? Any clarity on why they are they're searching at this minister's residence?
Pooja, we are yet to get a clarity on the raids, but what we do know that this is an alleged money laundering case on which the raid is currently under its way at the residence of Raaj Kumar Anand. Early morning, the Enforcement Directorate team is at his residence and raids are currently under its way, is what we're learning so far.
Shreya, do tell us, because it's very interesting. This is also on the day when Arvind Kejriwal is being summoned by the ED.
Well, obviously, this is something that the Aam Aadmi Party obviously will take as another jolt when we talk about the Enforcement Directorate case. But because we are yet to get a clarity on whether Arvind Kejriwal will be appearing at a time like this, a residence at another AAP minister's residence is definitely something that AAP did not really see on the cards. And we do know that this is a money laundering case regarding which the raid is currently under its way. We are yet to get clarity. Raaj Kumar Anand's residence in Civil Lines area is where the raid is currently under its way.
All right. So, Shreya, can we also know that, can you tell us more about, because there are few ministers who are in fact now in the Delhi government. Atishi and Saurabh are also taking on, they have taken additional portfolios, while Raaj Kumar Anand is, what we are being told, initial sources, initial information suggests was a money laundering case. Are we expecting that this could, that the ED team could actually stay on at the residence for several hours now today?
Well, whenever we've seen a raid being conducted, Pooja, this is obviously a protocol, because there are not just interrogation that happens during a raid, there are searches that also take place. So this will definitely be a lengthy process. It will take some time, but it's a money laundering case allegedly is what we are learning. We are yet to get a complete clarity on what this case is about. But the ED team is currently at the residence of Raaj Kumar Anand at Civil Lines, where the raid is currently under its way.
All right, Shreya Chatterjee. Shreya, stay on with me because that's the news that we are tracking. that the Enforcement Directorate is currently conducting searches while at 9 different locations in a money laundering case. One of the searches is at the minister's residence, Raaj Kumar Anand's house. Raaj Kumar Anand, just to give you a background, has been one of the senior ministers and senior leaders associated with the Aam Aadmi Party, and therefore on a day when the Aam Aadmi Party already was planning a show of strength, this specific search that's coming on. Remember, he's been a businessman and then who joined the Aam Aadmi Party. He represents Patel Nagar and 57 years of age. So he's been, he may not have had a lot of political experience, but he's definitely, because as one of the leading ministers in the Delhi government, holds, of course, strong influence. We'll try and get more details about what precisely is happening in this case. But it's a big news. Remember, it's a big news that Enforcement Directorate on one hand has called Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor policy scam controversy, and then on another is conducting searches at the Mantri's residence. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, do tell us a little bit of background that you can with Enforcement Directorate that has conducted these searches on Delhi Mantris or Delhi leaders' houses, then has gone ahead to even go ahead and get the arrest done. Stay on with me, Shreya, because it's becoming a political showstorm too. Harish Khurana is joining me from the BJP. Harish, you know, this is a big day. This is Arvind Kejriwal was being summoned, and then another minister of the government is also facing the searches. How does the BJP as a opposition in Delhi look at this?
Good morning, Pooja, and to your viewers. See, from the day one, BJP is stating that not even Arvind Kejriwal, his whole cabinet is doing some or other corruption in many cases. I don't know on what grounds ED has taken, but ED has got some proof that the reason they have raided Raaj Kumar Anand, and law is taking their own course. But end of the day, whether it's Arvind Kejriwal or it's Raaj Kumar Anand or some other ministers, I mean, one statement will be coming in that BJP is doing a vendetta politics. I mean, I don't understand. You do a corruption, you do a karam-kant, and you believe that ED or CBI will not take any action against you guys? They will not ask the questions against you? I mean, law is taking their own course. Let it happen. Why are you saying it's a vendetta politics is going on? Hum to bechare hain ji. No. Let the question be answered, especially in the case of liquor scam today, when Arvind Kejriwal is going to be summoned by ED, and whether he's going or not, I don't know. But end of the day, when Supreme Court says something on the observations that 338 crore rupees have been money trail has been found, we cannot believe that Arvind Kejriwal ko pata bhi nahi hoga, because we all know without Arvind Kejriwal's knowledge, nothing is going to happen in Arvind Kejriwal cabinet. So we cannot believe it. See Arvind, who is the Manish Sisodia secretary, he has stated in the statement, in the presence of Arvind Kejriwal, when Arvind Kejriwal was present, in the house and in the presence of Arvind Kejriwal, the GM draft meeting was going to be handed over to him. So
is it too much of a coincidence, Harish, that on the day that national convener and Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi Chief Minister is called and summoned, on the same day there's another raid happening? This is where the Aam Aadmi Party will immediately jump in and say this looks like a vendetta.
But Pooja, we will say that Mahua Mitra will also be summoned. So, right? You are doing a karam-kant, and you are expecting ki raids bhi na ho. You cannot be asked the questions. I'm sorry. I mean, let the law do their own course. I don't know what ED, on what ground they have done it, because ED, they got some proof. That's the reason they have raided it. And let the things come out from the ED point of view. But end of the day, I know Arvind Kejriwal and his whole cabinet will come out. हमारे साथ तो vendetta हो रहा है जी, हम तो बेचारे हैं जी. This will not going to last now.
All right, Harish Khurana from the BJP, thank you for joining us on India Today. Right now, the Enforcement Directorate heat is currently on at the minister's residence.
यानी कुल 9 जगहों पर ईडी की टीम इस वक्त सर्चेस कर रही है। और ये जो पूरा मामला बताया जा रहा है, ये मामला बताया जा रहा है मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का। अभी तक जो जानकारी मिल रही है उसके मुताबिक शराब घोटाले से जिसकी जांच चल रही है उससे इसका कोई लेना देना अभी नहीं बताया जा रहा है। मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का केस बताया जा रहा है, जहां एक तरफ अरविंद केजरीवाल जो कि दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, उन्हें आज 11 बजे ईडी के सामने पेश होना है। हालांकि अभी ये स्पष्ट नहीं है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आज जाएंगे या नहीं जाएंगे। अभी उसको लेकर के असमंजस की स्थिति बनी हुई थी। तमाम जगहों पर पुलिस ने वहां पर सुरक्षा व्यवस्था बनाई हुई थी। इसी बीच ये खबर आई कि ईडी की टीम आम आदमी पार्टी के दिल्ली सरकार के मंत्री राज कुमार आनंद के घर पहुंच गई है। यहां पर आप देखिए सर्चेज अंदर चल रही है। जो मेन गेट है उसे बंद कर दिया गया है। यहां पर सुरक्षाकर्मी मौजूद थे जिन्होंने इस एंट्री गेट को बंद कर दिया है। कुछ देर पहले ही ईडी की टीम यहां पर पहुंची थी और 8 जगहों पर। तो अब देखते हैं कि क्या कुछ ईडी की तरफ से इस पूरे मामले पे जवाब आता है। जी।
All right, that's Himanshu Mishra who's telling us about, and he's right there in front of the gate of that residence, and he says that area has been blocked for now. These are the latest visuals that are coming in, and we'll dip into Himanshu Mishra as he continues to present that report to us. But this is very interesting on a day, and there's no clarity yet on what is the reason that he has been facing this searches. Listen into Himanshu Mishra.
केस से जुड़े कुल 8 और जगहों पर इस वक्त सर्चेस की जा रही है, जिसमें से राजकुमार आनंद का भी घर है। कुछ और लोग जो इस मामले से जुड़े थे वो सरकार में थे या नहीं थे, लेकिन जो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के इस केस से जुड़े हुए थे उनके जगहों पर ये पहुंची है टीम। सरकारी आवास है, तो सुबह तकरीबन 8 बजे के आसपास यहां पर ईडी की टीम पहुंची है। और ईडी की टीम अंदर जाकर के, चूंकि मंत्री यहां पर जो जानकारी मिल रही है कि राजकुमार आनंद इस वक्त यहां पर मौजूद थे, वो घर के अंदर ही थे जब ईडी की टीम यहां पर आई है। और इसके अलावा 8 और जगहों पर ईडी की टीम पहुंची है। तो फिलहाल अभी जो जानकारी निकल करके सामने आई है वो यही आई है कि मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का एक केस है जिसकी जांच ईडी की तरफ से की जा रही थी और उसी के दौरान ईडी की टीम यहां पर पहुंची है। हालांकि जहां पर सबकी निगाहें इस वक्त मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर की तरफ थी, तभी जानकारी ये निकल करके आई कि ईडी की टीम यहां पर आप पहुंची। आप देख सकते हैं दिल्ली पुलिस का जवान यहां पर, और साथ साथ आप पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के जवान देख सकते हैं जो आमतौर पर यहां पर सुरक्षा में रहते ही हैं। यहां पर आमतौर पर जो सुरक्षा रहती है ये वही सुरक्षा है, क्योंकि यहां पर ईडी की टीम आएगी ऐसी कोई जानकारी यहां पर नहीं थी। और ईडी की टीम जब पहुंची तब उसकी जब जानकारी लगी है। और आप देखिए यहाँ पर अंदर के शूट पर मना कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अंदर जो है वो कार्रवाई चल रही है। तो जो भी जो सुरक्षा कर्मी, उनका कहना है कि जो भी आप शूट करिए वो बाहर की तरफ से करिए, अंदर के विजुअल दिखाने के लिए मना कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अंदर कुछ और सुरक्षा कर्मी मौजूद है, ईडी की टीम मौजूद है। जी।
So that's Himanshu Mishra, who's right outside the gate, and we'll try and get some word in from inside, from the Aam Aadmi Party as well. Remember, for Aam Aadmi Party, it's going to be an important day, and will likely be giving out and conducting a press conference too very soon. And this is at a time, just in a short while, that Arvind Kejriwal will be called and will be summoned by the ED. Two of senior leaders, Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, and I can tell you because I've covered the Aam Aadmi Party for a very long time, and that both Sisodia and Sanjay Singh have been very close to Arvind Kejriwal, and without them it would have been difficult for Arvind Kejriwal to continue. But for now, with Arvind Kejriwal himself being summoned, one of his another ministers also being searched at his residence by the ED, that clearly reflects that this is going to be something that the Aam Aadmi Party is grappling with right now and will be coming out with the defense. Shreya Chatterjee and Amit Bhardwaj continue to be with us. Amit, first to you now. So this is double whammy for the Aam Aadmi Party today, that the searches are on. Is there any statement at all that has come in from the AAP? Any statement on social media, or likely a press briefing soon?
Well, Pooja, the Aam Aadmi Party will take some time to understand as to what is happening at Raaj Kumar Anand's residence, because remember, it came as a shocker, the Enforcement Directorate searching the house of Delhi Minister Raaj Kumar Anand and at several other locations. Now, there is no clarity as to in which case these raids are being conducted. What we know, what we are given to understand, that these raids have nothing to do with the excise policy case, but this could be some another money laundering case. But certainly it has come as a shocker as well as big jolt to Aam Aadmi Party on the day when Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate in the excise policy case. Another minister in the Delhi government, Raaj Kumar Anand, is being raided by the Enforcement Directorate. So what is expected is that in some time from now, once there is clarity what case is this, why the Enforcement Directorate has seized at the doorstep of Delhi Minister Raaj Kumar Anand, Aam Aadmi Party might come in defense of Raaj Kumar Anand, and what is expected is that again they will term this as political vendetta, that Aam Aadmi Party and its government in the national capital is being targeted right ahead of the elections in order to make the Aam Aadmi Party, to weaken Aam Aadmi Party, to crush and destroy Aam Aadmi Party, because that has been the central argument by the AAP leaders in the past several months. And even when Manish Sisodia's bail was rejected and Arvind Kejriwal was summoned by the ED, this is what AAP leaders have been speaking about, that the BJP, the central government, is hell-bent on destroying AAP, and that is why the central agencies are being misused against the AAP leaders. And Pooja, as we speak right now, I am right
tracking. Amit, keep tracking the latest on this, because I'm going across to Himanshu Mishra, who's right there at Civil Lines. He's telling us what exactly is happening. Himanshu, over to you now, because थोड़ा हमको एक्सप्लेन करिए कहाँ पे इनका घर है, क्या ये अरविंद केजरीवाल के ही घर जो सिविल लाइंस में है उसके पास है? क्योंकि एक तरफ अरविंद केजरीवाल निकलेंगे एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट की ऑफिस की तरफ और दूसरी तरफ एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट की टीम यहां पहुंच गई है।
का डिस्टेंस है मुख्यमंत्री और जो मिनिस्टर हैं राजकुमार आनंद, इनके घर और मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर के बीच में। और सुबह जब सबकी निगाहें अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर के बाहर थी, वहां पर सुरक्षा बढ़ाई जा रही थी। आम आदमी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता प्रदर्शन कर सकते हैं ऐसी जानकारी थी, पुलिस उसको लेकर सतर्क थी। इसी दौरान खबर आई कि राजकुमार आनंद के घर पे ईडी की टीम पहुंची है और यहां पर सर्च किया जा रहा है। सिर्फ यही नहीं बल्कि कुल 9 जगहों पर राजकुमार ईडी की टीम पहुंची है। और चूंकि देखिए शराब घोटाला जिस वक्त हुआ था, उस वक्त जिस वक्त होने का आरोप है, उस वक्त राजकुमार आनंद मंत्री थे भी नहीं। तो इसलिए जो जानकारी निकल के आ रही, ये जो रेड की जा रही है, ये मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग से जुड़ी हुई एक मामला है, जिसको लेकर के ये सर्चेस, ये रेड ईडी की तरफ से की जा रही है। शराब घोटाले से इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है। ईडी की टीम यहां पर तकरीबन 7, साढ़े 7 बजे के आसपास पूजा पहुंचती है, जब सबकी निगाहें अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर की तरफ थी और ईडी की टीम एक साथ 9 जगहों पर पहुंची और एक साथ उनकी सर्चेस शुरू हो गई हैं। और मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का ये मामला है। अब देखना ये होगा कि क्या कुछ निकल करके सामने आ पाता है और किस केस से सीधे तौर पे ये जुड़ा है। क्या इसके पहले समन किया गया था, ऐसी कोई जानकारी नहीं आ रही है, क्योंकि राजकुमार आनंद को 1 साल पहले ही मिनिस्टर बनाया गया था। 1 साल पहले ही राजकुमार आनंद मिनिस्टर थे, विधायक थे वो आम आदमी पार्टी के पटेल नगर से, और उसके बाद 1 साल पहले उन्हें मंत्री बनाया गया था और फिर उन्हें जो ये सरकारी आवास जहां हम खड़े हैं इस वक्त राजकुमार आनंद के घर के बाहर, ये उन्हें अलॉट हुआ था और यहां पर टीम पहुंची है। तो अभी सबकी निगाहें, क्योंकि अभी जानकारी ये थी कि जो आम आदमी पार्टी है वो अपनी स्ट्रेटजी बना रही है, लीगल टीम लगातार कंसल्ट कर रही है, अरविंद केजरीवाल को जाना है नहीं जाना है, इस मुद्दे पे भी चर्चा हो रही थी और तभी ये जानकारी आई कि मंत्री के घर ईडी की टीम पहुंच गई है।
हिमांशु हमारे साथ बने रहिए। मैं श्रेया चैटर्जी से भी एक वर्ड लूंगी। श्रेया, ओवर टू यू नाउ। सो दिस is most likely not regarding the liquor policy, because I know that he was given these portfolios barely a year ago when Sanjay Singh and Manish Sisodia basically first was taken into custody in that case, and he wasn't really associated. So it's likely to be another case. Information surfacing could be customs case. What are you picking out on the details on this?
Well, Pooja, that's what we're learning. The latest info that is coming in, that this is related to a customs case. And what we also know, that after the customs case, there has been a role of Enforcement Directorate. It's a money laundering case. What we're also learning, this involves a private business of Raaj Kumar Anand that is currently under the scanner. So once again, for the clarity of our viewers, this has nothing to do with the liquor policy scam. This is a fresh case, another fresh jolt to Aam Aadmi Party. Raaj Kumar Anand is being raided in a customs case, and it's also being told that there is an alleged involvement of him in a hawala angle. So this is what the Enforcement Directorate is currently probing, and that is the reason why the ED team is right now at his civil line residence, where the raid is currently under its way. Apart from his residence, another 8 such locations are also being searched in the national capital.
All right, Shreya, continue to be with us because I want to go back to Himanshu Mishra on this. Himanshu, हमको details थोड़ा दें, कितने बजे यहाँ पे ED team पहुंची है? How many members do you think possibly from the Enforcement Directorate team are there inside? How many cars do you see? Any statement that has come out yet? And till when are we expecting? कितनी देर तक वो आज आपको अभी कोई अगर information है कब तक रहेंगे? पिछले जो procedures हुए हैं, पिछले जो searches हुए हैं, उसमें कितनी देर तक ये search और raid चले हैं? Because 9 locations in total are currently being raided by the ED in different parts of Delhi. Himanshu.
देखिए, ईडी की टीम तकरीबन सुबह 7 बजे के आसपास पहुंची है। ईडी तकरीबन 4 अधिकारी यहां पर ईडी के थे जो अंदर गए हैं और इसके बाद लगातार जो सर्च है वो चल रही है। दरअसल ये मामला जो अभी जानकारी निकल के आ रही है कि कस्टम के केस से जुड़ा हुआ है और इसमें सस्पेक्टेड हवाला लिंक भी है, तो उससे जुड़े कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स, कुछ जानकारी के साथ ईडी की टीम यहां पर पहुंची है और अब ईडी अपने तमाम सवालों के जवाब या फिर किसी अगर डॉक्यूमेंट की तलाश में आई है तो जब तक ईडी को उनके जवाब नहीं मिलते तब तक ईडी की टीम यहां पर रुक सकती है, क्योंकि आमतौर पे हमने देखा है कि ईडी की रेड हो या फिर कोई भी अगर जानकारी हो, ईडी कहीं पे पूछताछ या सर्च के लिए जाती है तो 8 से 10 घंटे तक ईडी की टीम ऐसी जगहों पर रेड करती है। तो अभी टाइम के बारे में तो अंदाजा लगा पाना मुश्किल है, लेकिन इतना जरूर है कि जिन सवालों के साथ ईडी की टीम यहां पर पहुंची है उन सवालों के जवाब ईडी की टीम तलाशने की कोशिश करेगी, क्योंकि कस्टम का केस निकल के सामने आ रहा है। इसके अलावा हवाला के भी सस्पेक्टेड ट्रांजैक्शन की बात सामने आ रही है, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की बात है, तो इन तमाम सवालों के जवाब यहां पर तलाशने के लिए ईडी की टीम पहुंची। आप देखिए, लोकल पुलिस यहां पर मौजूद है, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के जवानों की यहां पर तैनाती है, तो सुरक्षा के तमाम इंतजाम अब यहां भी किए जा रहे हैं। 9 जगहों पर एक साथ ये रेड की गई है पूजा, तो देखना ये होगा कि ईडी की टीम जो 7 बजे यहां पर करीब पहुंची है वो कब तक यहां पर रुकती है। जी।
All right, stay on with me, Himanshu. Amit Bhardwaj is also joining us. Amit, so in some time, Arvind Kejriwal is likely to leave for the ED office, but very close to his house, there's his own minister's house residence that's being raided and searched basically by the Enforcement Directorate. What are we expecting in this case? Do you think the Aam Aadmi Party will ensure that they come out strongly against this search too?
Well, Pooja, you know, the Enforcement Directorate had started the raids at Delhi Minister Raaj Kumar Anand's house quite early in the morning today. So which means that Aam Aadmi Party possibly has no clue and idea as to why these searches are being operated. Because remember, as far as the excise policy case is concerned, Raaj Kumar Anand was included in the cabinet much later. So he was not part of the excise policy case, so to say, or the formulation or execution of it, and his department is nowhere related to the excise policy case either. So these raids are clearly not related to the excise policy case of the national capital. What we are given to understand, as Himanshu was also saying, you know, this could be another money laundering case, which another front, another investigation which has been opened against our minister. So Aam Aadmi Party would be first analyzing the situation as to why these raids are being conducted, but their central line of defense is very much expected. They are going to call it out, a political vendetta by the Bharatiya Janata Party, by the central government. They are going to say that this is yet another attempt to threaten, to cow down the AAP leaders and to give a message that you need to, that the central agencies are being used to destroy Aam Aadmi Party. That's going to be the central argument of the AAP leaders, because that has been the narrative that AAP has been peddling, promoting and pushing for past several months. And even after Arvind Kejriwal was handed over summon by the Enforcement Directorate, this is what AAP leaders had said in one voice, in single voice, that BJP wants to crush and destroy Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, yesterday Raghav Chadha had gone to the extent of saying that this is a plan has been hatched to arrest India bloc leaders, India alliance leaders. First is Arvind Kejriwal, after that Hemant Soren, Pinarayi Vijayan, Mamata Banerjee. All these leaders from the India bloc could be arrested. But Pooja, right now on one side, as you mentioned in civil lines, Raaj Kumar Anand's residence is being raided by this Enforcement Directorate in a Hawala case. On the other side, all eyes are on Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence. The security in this entire area has been beefed up. Paramilitary forces has been deployed here in expectation that Arvind Kejriwal might.
So tell us, update us when that happens. Amit Bhardwaj is right outside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Barely few meters there from there is another minister of Delhi government's residence where Himanshu Mishra is, and he's telling us about the search that's currently on. So from one side, Arvind Kejriwal only leaving to the ED office, on another, the ED team is at a Delhi government minister's residence. This is another case. This is not for the liquor policy. It's going to be a big day, a double whammy for the Aam Aadmi Party, and we'll be tracking this big political story right after. What is this investigation about? What does it mean for the AAP leaders facing these accusations?